Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of E&B Comedy. Unfortunately, my host cannot make it to tonight's episode because of some unfortunate circumstances. But the show must go on. So for tonight's episode, we're going to talk about jokes, ranting, gaming talk, Samsung, song development, my channel, and recommended channels, and closing out this episode. So without further ado, let's get started. So our first topic for tonight is jokes. So basically, I think one of the most weirdest jokes I ever heard was from years back during Apple's old event, where Siri said that she was excited for the new Samsung. Not the phone, the refrigerator. That one is weird. But also I have a good one right here. So what do you get when you mold an apple into the shape of a car? Try to see if you can guess that. Alright, I'll tell you. It's an apple car. Because think about it. You're basically molding an apple into the shape of a car. And it's basically an apple car. But also, like, I have a really good one that you can pull on someone for a really good joke. So if you're one of those who like to pull pranks on April Fools or Halloween or something like that, try and see if you can find like a fake hand in stores or something like that, or like a realistic looking hand that kind of looks like your hand. And basically, if you're in like a long sleeve shirt, just wear that shirt. Have your real hand under the sleeve, but have the fake hand sticking out. And then once you're with someone, just say to pull their finger. But once they pull your finger, let go of the hand, and then it'll make it seem like your hand just came right off. That would scare the living heck out of someone. That'd be really good. But also, here's the thing though. So the whole thing with glow sticks, they're long, they're skinny, and they're round. And if you bend them a certain way, it looks like a glow stick. Also, here's the thing though. So it's like, so if I think I'm going to be like, maybe see a guy named Sam, and if he wants to sing a song, if you put those two words together, it's Samsung. Samsung. But also I find it kind of like funny how like the iPhone's like a giant notch in the screen, and there is like really no use for the giant notch. So I think I also know why Apple has a bite mark taken out of it. Well, basically, can you guys guess why there's like a bite mark taken out of it? Basically, it kind of shows how much life it's lost due to some certain situations that it's occurred back then. But also, the bite also represents the lack of capabilities it has for the phone. For example, iPhone XR doesn't have as much modes as the newer phones have, and they say that it stays up to date. Also, I think I know why Apple iPhones have a giant notch in them. Because when Apple was making the phones, they decided to rub their beach ball on the phone screen, on the edge of the phone screen, which caused a giant notch. Oh my god, that's weird. That's really weird. So, our next topic is ranting. Now, to be honest, something that I want to rant about is the iPhones. Because for one, the iPhones, their durability, it's okay, but they say it's a lot tougher than the previous versions, but if you drop it high enough or slam it down hard enough, it'll break. So basically, Apple says that they're more durable, but really, they're kind of not, because the fact that people have been trying to destroy these phones for some videos. Trust me, I've seen a lot of them. Also, the thing is, the back of the iPhone, they say it's made of some sort of glass, but to be honest, it's in like plastic. Like, what the heck? Also, the Apple Watches, why do you need a square on your wrist? It's like a little square, like right on your wrist. Also, when Apple did an emergency update a while back, why do they need to check your photos and messages? Isn't it basically considered an invasion of privacy? It's like I kind of see like why people would find that strange, because they're basically looking at your photos and messages and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I find it kind of annoying. But also, why the heck are some iPads like so huge? I know that they're good for people who like to use bigger things, but why the heck are they so big? Because like if you look at the 2015 iPad Air or the iPad Mini, or whatever they call it, it looks a lot smaller in comparison to the 2020 iPad or 2019. But also the AirPod case is so slippery. If you're wearing like shorts or pants with like very like smooth pockets, they can easily slide right out. For example, you're sitting down at your desk at work, at home, or something like that, and then all of a sudden you hear something drop, and it sounds close to you. When you look to your bottom right or left, you'll notice that your AirPods are just falling out of your pocket and scattered across the floor. That's because the fact that the AirPod case is so smooth, and plus if you're wearing like smooth shorts or pants, they're more likely to like slide out. So that's what I really don't understand about that. Well, basically, I know that you can just get a case to prevent that. But it's like the case itself, though, is just it's good, but it can use some improvements. But also, for Apple's recent event, they made the Airpod Pro 3, the third generation in the Pro series. Now then, before you say that sounds cool, let me tell you something. For those who like to use the rubber earpieces on them for more comfort, guess what? They do not have them. I looked back at the live event, and they were not there. The little comforting earpieces are gone. Because like for me, in my opinion, I think that they're pretty like tough to use without the earpieces, because like, I've used them, and every time I bend my head to the left or to the right, depending on which one's in my ear, they keep falling out. Because like, there's no support for my ear to hold it for that long. So it's really annoying. Get on my nerves. But also for the Apple iMacs, like the older ones, oh my god, they were huge. And the older ones were like a giant trash can. And the bigger, older iMac towers, they look like giant trash cans. And there's a handle on them. Like, why the heck would you need a handle on an iMac tower? Like, come on. Anyways, the old Apple Airport, that's good enough for some people who still have like older iMacs and MacBooks, the old Apple Airports. I just don't understand why they were discontinued, because I feel like this could have been useful for those who don't really have that much Wi-Fi signal in their house. So that would help them in the long run. Also, the newer MacBooks. They look cool, but why the heck would you want a giant notch on the screen? Because I feel like the 2020 MacBook, it looks really good without a notch on it, but now that there is a notch, it just kind of ruins it. So that's why, for those who don't like the notch, I just recommend sticking with the 2020 MacBooks or something like that. Just saying my opinion, you know. So don't go taking this stuff a little too personal. I'm just saying this stuff is my opinion, so you're good from there. But also, let's not forget the strictness of Apple. Like, for example, for those who want to download third-party applications to their Apple device, such as iPad, iPhones, iMacs, MacBooks, Apple Watches, for those who want to install third-party applications and play different games that are Apple, basically, if you download it within like 3 or 4 weeks or like a month, they just straight up revoke it from you. They just take it away from you, and plus you won't be able to install it for until a month or two. Because for me, I've had Dolphin OS on my phone, and after like a month or so, it was just revoked, straight up revoked. And I was using AltStore. AltStore is a good software that you can use. It's a good application, but you need to install it to your computer, which may take a while for those who don't know how to use computers that much. Now then, on to our next topic. Gaming talk. So I have an interest in a lot of games. Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, all kinds of really cool games. For example, Super Smash Bros. Oh my god, that game is so much fun. I remember the first time I started playing that game, I could not stop. That game was freaking great. Because actually, it keeps you from getting bored sometimes, because it's just kind of fighting game that Nintendo people are looking for. Kind of fighting game that Nintendo people would want to see. Also, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I never played that one though, but it looks really good. I think I kind of noticed the backstory of the whole Super Smash Bros. Series, judging by the first and second game intro. So basically, what I think happened in the Smash Bros. Series is like a kid is basically playing with his Nintendo figures, as some kids would do usually with some new Nintendo figures that they would get. So basically what I think is like the kid is playing with his figures, hence the fighting UI system in the game. When we fight as the characters, the kid that's playing with the toys is basically just moving the characters around with his little hands and just moving the figures. So we're basically playing a child's imagination throughout the whole Smash Bros. Series. So I think I just figured out the entire Smash Bros. Timeline because I've seen a lot of videos and theories describing the whole theory about the history of the Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo systems. See, I feel like on Smash Bros. Brawl, on the final boss, I think it basically shows the kid's adult side trying to decide whether he should get rid of the toys or not. So basically it's like, final boss, Taboo, tries to get rid of the Nintendo characters, because basically that's the child's adult side trying to decide whether he or she should get rid of the characters or not. It's just like, so some of the Smash Bros. Games it's kind of based around the kid's imagination and his love for the Nintendo characters. I find it very interesting. But also, if you haven't played Rocket League yet, I kind of recommend you try that out. And for those who are interested in this kind of like, those kind of car games or something like that, it's like sports games. Because basically, it's kind of like soccer, but you're basically driving these cars, and you're using these little rocket booster things that are on the back of your car to try and like, I try to hit this ball into this giant goal. And you can also write on the walls too, that we can get a better ground of where the ball's going. It's a pretty fun game. However, if you want access to like a season pass or something like that, or like some cosmetics in the game, you're gonna have to pay for that kind of stuff because the company's gonna make the money somehow. Just the way things are. However, if you're one of those people who has a lot of money, they can just buy it themselves, the cosmetics and the season passes. So Rocket League is a very fun game to play. I really like it. I played it myself. Pretty cool. Also some PC games like Minecraft Java Edition. I wasn't able to play it at first on my old laptop because my old laptop would get hot. It would turn off randomly, and plus it was so laggy. I felt like it went like 2 or 3 frames per second when it started glitching. It was annoying as heck. Plus texture packs wouldn't even run that well. That's why I upgraded to like a mini computer. But also, there's this other cool game called Dark Deception. That game is loads of fun. Dark Deception is a really good game. So basically, the game's basically around someone who's trapped in some sort of purgatory. And basically, this person has done some terrible deeds in his life, and then this woman decides to give him a second chance at life if he does something for her in return. So basically, he goes to these mazes, but they're basically like old memories of his, but they become twisted. He tries to escape the purgatory, but many demons, which are his fears, try to prevent him from escaping the purgatory. Dark Deception has a really good backstory. I recommend you guys check out Dark Deception. It's on Steam. You can get the free version, but the free version only has like chapter 1, so you can't do much from there. But yeah, I recommend looking into the Dark Deception series for those who are interested in horror games. It's a very good series. I find it very enjoyable. Also the old Nintendo 64. Oh my god, that thing is great. Very good first starter for Nintendo's 3D game platforms. I'd say the one that really sparked a major interest in my opinion for the Nintendo 64 was Super Mario 64. That game had very good elements. Vibrant colors, 3D graphics, texture style walls. The atmosphere was great. It felt kind of relaxing because of the vibrant colors. The flat computerized textures that were kind of unanimated, but the image was kind of like copied and pasted over everything, like the grass, the rocks, and everything, the walls. I can kind of tell that it was like an older computer software that they copied and pasted the textures onto. Technology wasn't that advanced back then. But it was a good kickstarter to Nintendo games. We have Alexa. Mario 64 was a really good first game for Nintendo to show off their new 3D graphics, like Mario 64, Star Fox, Legend of Zelda. Those were all some pretty good game titles for the Nintendo 64. Plus, it kind of sparked some mini creepypastas, like Mario.exe or something like that. Creepypastas kind of had a thing with old Nintendo consoles back then. Kind of had everything with those kind of consoles. But also, Mario 64 has gotten so popular that some people are making fan-made versions of Mario 64. Like the whole thing with the every copy of Mario 64 is personalized thing or something like that. And in other terms, like the Wario apparition, where a giant Mario head chases you down a long hallway. That was pretty cool. Basically, it was like some sort of animation, I believe. I'm not so sure about that. But I think it was. I've never seen it before because, well, I played some of the game, but I didn't find it, so it's kind of hard to believe that it's actually real. The Wario apparition. But also, there are some dark secrets. There are some dark secrets in games too, like secret distortions within the game, like Luigi's Mansion, one of the older ones from the old Nintendo consoles. There was this one where in Luigi's Mansion, lightning struck or something like that, and light in the mansion showed Luigi's face all stretched and distorted. Ugh, that's weird. But also, like, some of the old Easter eggs in the games, some of them are kind of funny, but some of them are also kind of creepy. It's kind of crazy. But also, I've also been looking into some of the old retro games from the 19 and 1800s. Some of them are really good. Like the old Galaga, the old Pac-Man, the old Mario. It's really good. Even the old Donkey Kong. Some good times. Really good times. Also, there's this one game that I found, and it's really, really good. Basically, it's another really good game that I found. I believe it was called, Little Nightmares? Yeah. The backstory of that one is weird. So basically, in this game called Little Nightmares, you play as this kid who's basically trapped in the city, where he has to explore this entire place, but every single person there is absolutely humongous. It's kind of crazy because I feel like everything's so silent. It's so weird. And plus, some of the characters are kind of distorted in some ways. They're kind of bizarre. Really bizarre. It's great. The backstory, though, is kind of hard to figure out, though. Because, sometimes some games kind of, leave the backstory as, little Easter eggs in the game. Which is pretty cool. Because it just keeps the player thinking. what happened to this person, who caused this, or who did that, and like why they're doing it. It's a pretty cool game. It's called Little Nightmares, in case you guys are wondering before. Little Nightmares. They have 2 games. They have like a fan version on mobile, but I do not recommend checking that out because that one looks a little bit cartoonish. The one on mobile looks a little cartoonish. This looks absolutely weird in my opinion. Now then, now that gaming talk is done, let's move into our next topic, which is Samsung. Now, to be honest, I love Samsung. They're very creative, they're very talented with making edge-to-edge displays on their phones. They know how to make foldable phones and like flip phones or something like that. Well, not the old ones, but you know, like the Samsung Galaxy Flip 3 or something like that. That phone looks pretty good though, but you know, it would be kind of weird to have like a little square in your pocket, little square in your pocket. But to be honest, I kind of like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 more, because like, think about it, you basically have a phone that folds into a tablet. Now how cool would that be to get that as a Christmas gift? That'd be really cool for those who are Android users. For those who are looking for like a really nice Samsung style phone, I totally recommend going for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. It is a little pricey, but it's still a really good phone. Even though I haven't seen it, I've seen a bunch of videos on it. The performance is good. I hear it has like some sort of Qualcomm Snapdragon 888. It's a processor, I believe. Because like Samsung, they use different they use a different processor made from different companies, whereas Apple, they like to use their own style operating system, which, believe me, I've seen it in action and there are some lags to it. Honestly, so I feel like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, I feel like it's very good for those who like to do stuff for business, or if they need to do like some like gaming or something like that. It's really cool. But also, you can also run third-party applications, no problem. For example, if you wanted to play Fortnite on your Android device, you could just go into settings, enable allow unknown sources, and next thing you know, just find an APK file or some kind of file that runs that game, or the launcher for that game, and just install it, and you're good to go. It's that easy to install third-party applications. Now for Samsung, I give them big credit for all the hard work that they put into their phones. It's really inspiring and impressive to see how a company can make edge-to-edge display, make foldable phones, and still have amazing quality while using that phone. It's just impressive. It's very cool. It's a very cool phone. I recommend you guys check that out at your nearest stores. It's really good. Also the Galaxy Buds, they look really, really good. And plus, they don't have that stem. Like, why would you need a stem on your earbud? It's like, what is it? It's like growing or something. Like, it's like a little stem. Just plant it on the ground and it starts growing more AirPods. A little stem on it. Like little strawberries, but they're not strawberries. They're made of plastic and a bunch of circuits, and they have music in them with Bluetooth. So basically, since Apple made AirPods or something like that with like little stems on it, what are the AirPods? Strawberries? Cherries? Mostly cherries could have stems on them too. But also, like the Galaxy Watch, It looks really good, and plus it's not like a little square. Like, how the heck are you supposed to see text on a square? It's a square. It's a tiny screen. But for the Galaxy Watch, the screen looks bigger. It's more circular, and it has like a bunch more features than the Apple Watch itself. Now, just a bit of a recap. Just keep in mind that this is just my opinion. This is just what I think about some of the Apple products in general. So don't take this way too personal, okay? Thank you. But also, like, the Apple cords. The cords are pretty good, though. Pretty decent charging, though. But they have more tendencies to break. Because a few months ago, my charger broke. And guess what was showing? The wires. Now tell me that's not a safety hazard. Because like if your Apple cord breaks enough to like most of the wires are showing, and if you go to plug in the charger, it's gonna end up sparking and probably end up shocking you or breaking your mobile device, such as your iPad or your iPhone. Or your Apple Watch, for example. But also and don't even get me started on the Airpod Pro Max. Like, why would they be called? It's like, why the heck would they be called AirPod if they don't even know like AirPods at all? It's be called earphones. Earphones Pro Max. Because think about it, they're giant headphones. The ear parts are square shaped, kind of, a little bit of like a square shape, and plus it looks so bulky. And plus, if you're in class or just going for a jog or something like that, or just walking around town, they just look really like big on your head. Because think about it, the AirPod Pro Max, they look pretty good for new technology, but they're kind of huge, if you know what I mean. If you compare the size to ordinary headphones, they're huge. And plus, if you want to like sneak them into like class or something like that, if you want to like sneak them into their like class or work or something like that, it would be obviously noticeable because, well, they're giant headphones. Like, what else can you say? Like, they're just giant headphones that go over your head. And plus, if you want to have like one AirPod in, it'd be more useful. But for the AirPod Pro Max, you have to have one part of the headphone over your ear, and the other part might make the headphones slide right off your head. Which would be really annoying to try and do if you're in the car or if you're like somewhere else, just like walking around somewhere. It'll be annoying as heck. But also, but don't get me wrong though, they look good. They look really like advanced and everything. But to be honest, in my opinion, they just don't look great for those who are just like used to like smaller earbud devices. Yeah. So anyways, back to Samsung. Basically, it's like, so the Samsung Galaxy phones, the newer models, they have excellent edge-to-edge display. It's like, I can also holding a hologram because of the fact that it basically has like edge-to-edge display. I can also holding like a legit hologram. It just looks amazing. The back of the phone looks nice. It has like 3 cameras on it. The performance is amazing. From what I've seen. This looks really great. You can customize a bunch of features on the phone better than what Apple can do. And plus, you also customize the animation of your incoming calls, which looks absolutely amazing. You can also customize how the message and charging animation looks. Plus, you can also switch between different charging modes. As like your normal charging mode and your super fast charging mode. And the cool thing is, like, after your phone is done charging, it won't charge anymore because it's at full capacity. which would be very handy for those who end up keeping their phone on the charger the whole time, even though it's at 100%. And plus with Samsung phones, you can run a full diagnostics to see if there's any problem with your phone. Whereas iPhones, they make it so that you have to find the problem yourself instead of trying a full diagnostics, which is, in my opinion, very annoying. Because what if your iPhone has a virus and you didn't even know where it is? Do you have to look in the code or something like that? Or just look at your downloaded profiles? That's just annoying. Like, what the heck? I've also, for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, it just looks amazing. Like, edge-to-edge display, and the only tiny little thing on the screen is just like a little camera. And plus, there are fingerprint sensors on the newer Samsung Galaxy devices, like the Galaxy Note 10 and the Galaxy S21. They have little fingerprint sensors built right into the screen. So basically, you won't even need to use a little fingerprint sensor or Face ID on the iPhones. I find that very cool. But also, the durability of the Samsung phones, it has amazing durability. If you drop it a few times, you notice that it doesn't even break that much because of the fact of how durable it is. Not more durable than iPhones. Because imagine this. One time, I accidentally dropped my phone, and next thing you know, there was a crack on my screen. And Apple says it's really durable technology or something like that. Well, guess what? They were partially wrong. Because for Samsung phones, they have longer durability. But also, you can also switch your personal assistant on Samsung devices. You can switch between Google, Cortana, or Bixby. And maybe even Siri or something like that. It kind of depends on what kind of version you're kind of running on. If you're running an older version, you won't quite have access to as much features as the newer phones have, so I'm sorry for those who are running on an older Android version, like Jelly Bean or something, or like Ice Cream Sandwich. Oh yeah, speaking of that, the old version names for the old Samsung Galaxy phones was Ice Cream, Jelly Bean, a bunch of dessert names. Which sounds kind of good though, because Samsung, they're very creative with their version names. They're very creative back then. But now it's named J something. But don't get me wrong, it's still good though, because the old dessert names, that was genius. But also the way other way that they described the colors of the phones was kind of gray. That's creative right there. And I'm not being sarcastic. That's actually very creative. Very gray. And Apple doesn't even mention there are very creative names for their phones or iPads or something like that for the colors. Apple is more of a professional company. Not very imaginative. Well, they're kind of imaginative, but not that much. But also, the cool thing about Samsung phones, they just have more expandable storage, physically, and not digitally. Because for iPhones, you basically have to expand the storage through the iCloud settings on the Settings app on your iPhone. So yeah, I find it very annoying. But for Samsung devices, you can just buy a micro SD card and just insert it into your phone, and then boom, you have more storage instantly. You don't have to do a digital payment or anything like that. You can just buy an SD card, just stick it in your phone, and then boom, more storage instantly. It's perfect for those who want to expand the storage with no payments. It's amazing. But also, you can also set your default home screen. For example, if you're getting tired of just looking at the same old Android screen every day, well, if you download some kind of launcher, like a PC or iOS or Mac launcher, you can basically set that as a default home screen, so every time you open your phone, you'll see that style home screen that you set. Well, basically, it's not like on settings by default. You have to download like launchers on the Google Play Store. Basically, some of the launchers on the Google Play Store, some of them are free, but some you gotta pay for it because the makers gonna make their money somehow. It's really cool though. Samsung is a very good company. They're very imaginative with their products, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus 5G. That one's good. But also, to be honest, after or if I do switch my iPhone XR, which is 3 years old, if I do switch this out, I have my mind set on a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 or Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus 5G. Kind of have to choose. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should switch to. Either a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 or a Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus 5G. Just let me know what you think in the comments about what I should switch to. So now that topic's done, let's move on to song development. This one's gonna be a little short because song development. So basically, I want to create like a song or something like that, like a little song or something like that for you guys to hear. But basically, I'm trying to find some softwares to use. Well, basically, I have a software called BandLab. But I want to find some more softwares that I can use without any premium subscriptions because I am not paying money like monthly or yearly just for subscriptions for a music app. Because music just allows you to show your creativity. But you gotta pay for some things on certain apps. But BandLab, it looks really good. You can use a bunch of things to create your music, like remix some audio. Just drop a little bit of a Mario 64 in that theme song, just remix that. That'd be really cool. Drop a little bit of remix in there. That'd be awesome. So BandLab is a good software though, but most of the ones that I found, you gotta pay for them. So if you guys have any mobile software, music making ideas or something like that, some apps that you guys recommend for me to try, let me know down in the comments what you think I should try and do. The mobile ones that aren't paid for, because I didn't pay money for that. Alright, so that one was a little short, so let's move on to our next topic, which is my channel. So, I have a YouTube channel where I have a few videos on there. I haven't quite posted that many videos on my channel because of how busy I've been, but I've just been busy. Stuff in life, how things go. But basically, I have a channel named Master H 2005. It's a capital N and just lowercase ASTER, then capital H, then just 2005. So if you guys want to go check out my YouTube channel name, it's just feel free to search on the search box. It's Master H 2005. I have a few videos on there I think you might like, including one of Terraria, and also a little lesson on cryptography. I have a little video lesson on there that I made myself. So feel free to check that out, and just let me know what you guys think about that in the comments when you check that out. It's Master H 2005, just to clarify for you guys. But I promise that I'll post some more content on that channel of mine. I'll post some more content. I've just been very busy. So if you guys are subscribed to my channel, and if you guys don't see me posting that much content for a while, just don't get annoyed. I'm just busy, okay? Thank you. Now then, on to our next topic, recommended channels. So for those who are big fans of the gaming industry, I recommend checking out some gaming YouTube channels because, for those who are interested in games and video games in general, I recommend checking out, video game channels like Dan TDM or something like that. Because gaming YouTubers have to make very good content. But also, for those who are fans of horror, I recommend looking for some ARG style videos. And if you don't know what ARG stands for, it basically stands for alternate reality game. And they make YouTube videos that may seem like it's happening in real time, but really it's not. It's just some sort of animation that people throw in to make it look like it's in real life. But ARG accounts have very good backstories, and many theorists try and get into the whole series. And plus, they get a lot of views. So, for those who want to get a lot of views, ARG style videos is the way to go. Well, one of the ways to go. ARG videos are very good content. Because, for some YouTube channels, there's this one that I found where basically this angel tries to send these beings called alternates to Earth that disguise themselves as humans, but really they're just other dimensional creatures, which are kind of shadow people. They're basically shifted from the humans, and basically they're trying to get rid of the original people. It's a very confusing story though, but if you guys want to check it out, it's called the Mandela Catalog. It's a very good series. I hope you guys like it. For those who are fans of horror, it's really good. Now then, we talked about some really good things here. Talk about jokes, ranting, gaming talk, Samsung, song development, my channel, and recommended channels. So, I feel like it's time to close out this video. So it's rather unfortunate that my host couldn't come tonight, but he should be back in a few weeks. So yeah, that's some unfortunate circumstance right there. But my host should be back soon. So stay tuned. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and comment for more content like this. And I'll see you guys later. This is EMB Comedy, episode 2. I'm your co-host, Bryan, signing off. Bye.